Have you ever seen an animal that just, well, doesn't quite make sense at first glance? A creature that looks like it was pieced together from a few different animals? Well, today, we're diving deep into the world of one of the planet's most mysterious and beautiful animals, the Okapi. For a long, long time, it was like a ghost of the forest, whispered about as the African unicorn. So let's pull back the curtain on this jungle mystery and see what's really going on.
Okay, just take a look at this. What are you even seeing here? The body is kind of like a horse, right? It's got that strong build, covered in this deep, reddish-brown coat that looks like velvet. But then, you look down at the legs, and the whole picture just changes completely. It's a bit of a head-scratcher, isn't it?
So, what is it? I mean, those incredible stripes on its backside scream zebra, but the body shape and everything else just doesn't line up. This amazing, confusing mix of features baffled scientists and explorers for decades. It was a genuine mystery, hidden away in the heart of Africa.
To solve this puzzle, we have to go on a journey, deep, deep into the Ituri rainforest of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Picture a world with a thick canopy overhead, sunlight just barely dappling through, and secrets that have been kept for centuries. This is the one and only place on Earth that the Okapi calls home.
Yep, you can't find it anywhere else. The Okapi is an absolute master of hiding. It's so shy and solitary that even though the local people knew all about it, to the rest of the world it was basically a legend. That's how it got that nickname, the African unicorn, because finding one was just so unbelievably difficult.
Alright, so if it's not some kind of zebra and horse hybrid, what is it? Well, the answer is way more surprising than you might think, and it connects this super elusive creature to one of Africa's most famous and, let's be honest, visible giants. The clues were there the whole time, just hiding in plain sight. That's right. Get this. The Okapi is a giraffe, a forest giraffe to be exact. It is the one and only other living species in the entire giraffe family. I mean, who would have guessed that this shy, forest-dwelling creature is the closest cousin to the towering giant of the savanna?
And what's so cool is that once you know, you can totally see the family resemblance. Look at that long, elegant head and those huge ears, which are perfectly designed to pick up the quietest sounds. And on the males, you can see these little fur-covered bumps called ossicones, just like a giraffe's.
So here's the deal. They're both giraffes, but each one is perfectly built for its own world. The savanna giraffe's incredible height is a huge advantage out in the open. But the Okapi's shorter, more compact body is exactly what you need to move silently through that thick jungle undergrowth. Oh, and notice those scent glands on its feet? That's a special Okapi feature, and we are definitely coming back to that.
So how does this forest giraffe actually survive in such a tricky environment? Well, the answer is in its incredible set of adaptations. It's like a masterclass in rainforest living. Every single feature has a job to do. In a place where you can't see very far ahead, your other senses have to be top-notch. And Okapi's gigantic ears work like radar dishes, and they can swivel independently to pinpoint exactly where that tiny sound of a snapping twig came from. And its eyes are packed with special cells called rods, which give it fantastic vision in the dim light of the forest floor.
And now we've got this number, 30 centimeters. That's about a foot. Any guesses what this could be? It's actually one of the Okapi's most amazing survival tools.
It's the length of its tongue, seriously. Just like its giraffe cousin, the Okapi has this unbelievably long, prehensile tongue. Prehensile just means it can grip things, kind of like a hand. It's so long it can literally wash its own eyelids and clean out its own ears. How crazy is that? It's the ultimate built-in multi-tool.
And this shows off two more brilliant survival secrets. That velvety fur, it's not just for looks, it's oily, which makes it a natural raincoat in the superhuman forest. And those famous stripes? They are perfect camouflage. They look just like the beams of light breaking through the trees. What's more, every Okapi's pattern is unique, like a fingerprint, and they also work as follow-me signs for a little calf trying to keep up with its mom.
I mean, just look at how it melts into the background. Those stripes totally shatter its outline, turning it into a ghost in the forest. If a predator was scanning the undergrowth, the Okapi would just vanish into all that light and shadow.
But what about its life in those shadows? How does a creature that lives all by itself navigate its world? Well, the answers reveal a life of total stealth and some really cool secret communication.
Okapis really prefer to keep to themselves, but they still have to communicate somehow. Remember those unique scent glands we mentioned? With every single step, an Okapi leaves behind the sticky, tar-like stuff. It creates an invisible map that tells other Okapis who's been there and where they went.
But scent isn't their only hidden trick for communication, no? They also have a way of talking that is completely silent to us and to most of their predators.
Scientists figured out that Okapis use infrasound, sound waves that are at such a low frequency they're way below what humans can hear. A mother can send out these quiet rumbles to check on her calf without giving away its hiding spot. It's like their own private, secure channel, a secret language just for them.
And that secret language is absolutely vital, because in Okapi calves, first few months are all about staying hidden. For up to 2 months, a calf will just lie completely still in a nest. To make sure it doesn't leave any scent, it nurses really quick and not very often. And this is just amazing. It can actually wait up to 2 months before its first bowel movement, leaving zero trace for any predators to find.
This incredible animal is so much more than just a biological wonder. For the people who have always lived in its forest home, the Okapi has a really deep cultural and even spiritual meaning.
The Okapi is a huge symbol of the Democratic Republic of Congo's natural heritage. It represents all the rich, unique life inside the country's massive rainforests. It's a source of major national pride, so much so that you can see its picture right on the nation's money.
But for the indigenous Moody people, who have lived in harmony with the Ituri forest for generations, the connection is even deeper. They see this gentle, quiet animal as a spiritual being, a true spirit of the forest. They call it Yorabi, which has this beautiful translation, my recall of God.
And that kind of brings us full circle. An animal this large, this unique, was completely unknown to the scientific world until just over 100 years ago. A real-life unicorn hidden in plain sight. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? In an age where we feel like we've mapped and seen everything, what other marvels are still out there, just living their secret lives, waiting to be found?